Hey guys, tonight we're staying up way past bedtime because the carnival never really closes when the mirrors start talking back. I'm standing here in the gutted heart of what used to be Starlight Pier's funhouse of wonders, and the air tastes like burnt sugar and ozone, the way a storm feels right before it forgets mercy. The floorboards under my sneakers sigh like they're dreaming of the crowds that vanished decades ago. I wish I never looked out that window. No, wait. I wish I never looked into any of these mirrors, because once you do, they look back harder. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Drop your current local time in the comments and name one creepy thing in your room right now. Mine's the way my phone flashlight keeps flickering even though the battery's full. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. My name's Jax Harlow, and 3 years ago, I was the guy who broke the city council bribery ring wide open. Front page, Pulitzer Whispers, the whole ego buffet. Tonight, I'm chasing a TikTok ghost story because my editor says human interest still sells clicks. The legend calls it the mirror maze game. Rules are simple enough to fit on a cracked screen. Enter the abandoned funhouse at midnight. Trace an infinity symbol on 4 different mirrors with your left hand. Answer whatever the glass asks. Up for true, down for false, by tapping the frame. Lie, and the maze keeps a piece of you. Experts still argue whether the first reported incident in 1998 was mass hysteria or an actual structural collapse. The county coroner logged lacerations consistent with shattered mirror glass, but no shards were ever recovered. Internet forums swear the funhouse was built over the old boardwalks, Whispering Well, a sideshow gimmick where carnies hid behind false walls to spook marks for quarters. Cute, right? Except the whispers never needed speakers. I roll the rusted gate aside, and the chain snaps like cheap bones. Inside, moonlight leaks through skylights webbed with pigeon crap, painting everything the color of old bruises. The ticket booth leans sideways, mouth frozen in a scream of flaking paint. I flick on my headlamp. Beam catches a faded poster. See your future in 1,000 facets. The cartoon carny winks with one eye that's been gouged out by time or teenagers. My boots crunch over popcorn kernels fossilized into amber. Real-world fact. Mirror mazes use angled one-way glass to create infinite reflections. The brain panics when depth perception fails, triggering vertigo in under 30 seconds. I give it 20 before I'm puking cotton candy I never ate. A voice crackles behind me, dry as the sawdust underfoot. Press wants a quote, huh? I spin, heart doing that annoying cardio thing. The caretaker, Mr. Vale, according to the county records, leans on a push broom like it's a shepherd's crook. Skinny guy, 70s maybe, wearing a threadbare ringmaster jacket 2 sizes too big. His smile is all dentures and regret. Kids keep sneaking in, he rasps. They think the mirrors are haunted. I think they're bored. I ask why he keeps the central row polished to a showroom shine while the rest rot. He shrugs. Glass remembers better when it's clean. Cryptic old coot. I joke that maybe he's the ghost. He doesn't laugh, just hands me a brass key the size of a candy bar. Lock up at sunrise. Or don't. Maze don't care. Then he melts into the shadows like spilled ink, leaving only the scent of mothballs and deep fryer grease. Midnight ticks closer on my phone. No signal, of course, because horror loves cliches. I weave deeper, past warped clown faces and a distorted Ferris wheel silhouette that looks like it's screaming. The air thickens, sweet and metallic, like blood left in a soda can. My headlamp finds the first mirror, floor to ceiling, framed in chipped gold, surface so flawless it hurts to look at. My reflection stares back, but the eyes are half a second late blinking. Cute trick, probably a thin film of water or something. I trace the infinity symbol with my left index finger, cold, colder than it should be in August. The glass ripples like I touched a pond. A soft chime, almost musical, vibrates through my teeth. Words bloom across the surface in frost. Ready to play? I snort. Sure, let's dance. I tap the top of the frame. Up for true. The mirror drinks the sound, then slides sideways on silent tracks, revealing a narrow corridor I swear wasn't there 10 seconds ago. Funhouse architecture, gotta love movable panels. Second mirror waits at the end, taller, narrower, reflecting me from the waist up like a guillotine portrait. Infinity symbol again. My finger leaves a smear that doesn't wipe away. The question forms slower this time, letters dripping upward. Is your name Jax Harlow? Obvious softball. I tap up. The corridor elongates behind me, a throat swallowing its own tail. Third mirror is cracked in a spiderweb that wasn't there before. The fractures glow faint blue. I trace the symbol through the damage. Glass knits itself shut under my touch, smooth as forgiveness. Question: did you once win awards for journalism? The memory stings. Plaque on my wall collecting dust since the libel suit. Tap up, harder than necessary. Somewhere, a pipe organ wheezes a single off-key note. Fourth mirror is the money shot. Full wall, convex, turning me into a funhouse freak. Head ballooned, limbs spider-thin. Infinity symbol, here feels like signing a contract in my own blood. The final prompt etches itself in reverse, readable only in reflection. Will you tell the truth tonight? I laugh, a sound that echoes wrong, like someone else is using my throat. Tap up. Of course I will. I'm a professional. The mirrors seal behind me with a hiss of hydraulics older than my dad. Darkness folds in, thick enough to chew. Then the lights, bare bulbs strung like Christmas in hell, flicker on one by one, revealing the heart of the maze. A circular chamber where every surface is silvered glass. My reflections multiply into infinity, a stadium of Jax Harlows wearing the same skeptical smirk. The air smells like the inside of a camera lens. A whisper, not from speakers but from the glass itself, layered like a barbershop quartet of me. 2 lies left. My smirk falters. That's not in the rules. I screenshotted. I spin, looking for the exit panel, but the corridor I entered through is gone. Just more mirrors showing me spinning in place forever. My phone screen cracks in my pocket, though I never dropped it. Great. I tell myself it's pneumatics, motion sensors, some carny's grandkid with a Raspberry Pi, and too much time. But the reflections are starting to lean forward when I don't. I pick a direction, left, because why not, and walk. The floor tilts imperceptibly, like the whole room is a slow-spinning record. My headlamp dies with a pathetic pop, plunging me into bulb-lit limbo. Real-world fact: the average mirror maze covers 800 square feet, but feels infinite due to forced perspective. This one feels like the parking lot swallowed the ocean. Urban legend tidbit. Back in '98, a girl named Mara Klein vanished mid-game. Searchers found her sneakers laced together on the ceiling, mirrors polished clean of prints. I mutter that under my breath for the audio recorder clipped to my collar. Proof I was here. Proof I'm not crazy. The mirrors answer by fogging with breath that isn't mine. Words form in the condensation. Keep moving, truth seeker. I obey because what else is there? My reflections start lagging. First a heartbeat, then a full second. One version of me keeps walking when I stop, bumping into glass that should be air. I reach out. My real hand meets cold resistance, but the delayed Jax phases through like smoke. The first real question blooms across every surface at once, red letters pulsing like a dying neon sign. Did you fabricate the council bribery evidence? My stomach drops faster than the floor. That story was airtight, except for the forged email chain I buried in the appendix. Tap down for false, and the lights strobe seizure fast. Tap up for true, and maybe I keep a piece of my soul. I hesitate too long. The mirrors ripple, and every reflection bleeds from the nose in perfect sync. Not much, just a polite crimson tear, but it's warm where it drips on my real wrist. I yelp. Yes, I yelp, sue me, and slam the up tap on the nearest frame. The bleeding stops, but the blood stays on the glass, spelling liar in cursive. The chamber rotates, walls sliding like puzzle pieces, herding me toward the next circle of hell. I'm sweating now, shirt clinging like wet newspaper. The air tastes metallic, pennies, and adrenaline. Somewhere in the distance, carousel music plays backward. I joke to the recorder. Note to self, bill the carnival for therapy. But my voice cracks, and the reflections laugh in surround sound. They're closer now, noses almost touching the glass from the inside. One lifts a hand and traces the infinity symbol on his side, my side, and the surface bulges outward like a blister. I stumble back into another mirror. It's warm, pulsing. The next question etches itself into my actual retinas, because I see it even when I close my eyes. Do you enjoy ruining lives for bylines? I think of the councilman who lost custody, the intern who overdosed after my exposé on frat hazing. My finger hovers. The mirrors inhale. Yes, inhale, glass flexing inward like lungs. I tap down. False. I'm a journalist, not a monster. The chamber screams. Not metaphorically. Every pane of glass shrieks in frequencies that rattle my molars. Cracks spiderweb from floor to ceiling, but instead of shattering outward, the fractures suck inward, pulling dust and light into hairline voids. My delayed reflections claw at the glass, mouths open in silent howls. One version of me ages 20 years in a blink, hair gray, eyes milky. Another stays 17, the kid who believed truth was a superpower. The floor tilts harder. I slide toward the center where a drained swirl of mirror shards spins like a blender. I dig my fingernails into the seams, but the glass is soft now, taffy under my grip. Blood, mine, theirs, who knows, smeared into Rorschach wings. I managed to hook an arm around a support beam that definitely wasn't there before. The question burns brighter, one lie left. I'm crying, I think, or maybe it's the mirrors crying for me. The carousel music slows to a dirge. I have to keep moving, have to find the next prompt before the maze decides I'm done playing. The chamber spits me out like a bad joke into a hallway, so narrow my shoulders brush both walls. The mirrors here are tall and thin, coffin-shaped, each one reflecting a different decade of my face. I'm 34 in real life, but the glass shows me at 22 with a fresh journalism degree and a hero complex. Then at 40 with liver spots and a byline that reads Stringer. The air is warmer now, humid, like breathing inside someone's mouth. My recorder's still running, battery icon blinking red, but the audio file will probably just be static and me whimpering. Real-world fact. The human brain can only track about 7 reflections before spatial confusion sets in. I lost count at 30. Internet creepypasta claims the funhouse mirrors were salvaged from a 1920s vaudeville theater where an illusionist vanished mid-act. The troupe swore his final bow was captured forever in the glass. Cute bedtime story. Except the reflections are starting to bow in unison. I shuffle forward, palms skating over the frames to keep balance. Every third mirror vibrates when I touch it, a low thrum like a cat purring in my bones. The questions come faster now, no longer waiting for me to trace the infinity symbol. They just appear, frost blooming across the surface in my own handwriting. First one. Did you ever sleep with a source for a scoop? My laugh comes out strangled. College, sophomore year, a teaching assistant with access to the dean's emails. It was consensual, mutual career boost, ancient history. I tap up, true, and the mirror fogs with steam that smells like cheap dorm coffee. The hallway widens by a foot. Reward or trap, who knows? Next mirror, narrower, the glass bowed inward like it's trying to kiss me. Did you bury the follow-up on the frat suicide? That one stings. The kid hanged himself in the chapter house stairwell 2 weeks after my hazing exposé. I had texts proving the national org knew about the pledge's depression and did nothing. My editor killed the story. Advertisers, alumni donations, blah blah. I tapped down. False. I didn't bury it. They did. And the mirror cracks along the lie, a jagged lightning bolt that bleeds silver mercury. The crack spreads to the frame, to the floor, to the ceiling. I jump back as the fracture races past my sneakers like a living thing. The hallway tilts again, steeper this time, a funhouse slide in slow motion. I'm sliding on my ass now, palms squealing against glass that's gone slick with condensation. My reflections slide with me, but some are running upward, defying gravity, their mouths moving in words I can't hear. The air pressure drops. My ears pop. Urban Legend Update. In 2011, a group of urban explorers live-streamed the game. The feed cut when the mirrors started showing viewers' home addresses in the reflection. Chat went feral. I land in a heap at the bottom, or what feels like bottom, inside a hexagonal room where every wall is a different funhouse distortion. One stretches me tall and reedy, another squashes me into a puddle, a third turns my face inside out like a sock. The questions overlap, a cacophony of frost script. Did you frame Coach Riley? / did you let the pharmastock tip slide? / did you know your dad read the suicide story and cried? I'm on my knees, glass dust in my lungs. Coach Riley. High school basketball scandal. I was 19, stringing for the local rag. He was innocent, just a convenient villain. I tap up. The stock tip. My ex's brother, insider trading. I look the other way for a favor. Tap up. Dad. Yeah. He clipped every article, even the ones that gutted him. Tap up. Each confession rips something out of me. I feel it like a hook in the sternum. The distortions normalize one by one, my reflections settling into the real me. Sweaty, shaking, nose bleeding from the pressure change. The room exhales, walls sliding apart to reveal a spiral staircase made of mirror steps. They reflect upward infinitely and downward into a black that has teeth. No handrail. Of course. I climb. Each step is colder than the last, like ascending into a freezer. My breath fogs, then freezes mid-air into tiny mirror shards that tinkle to the stairs and vanish. Halfway up, the questions stop being words and become scenes. The glass shows me at 25, drunk on rooftop bars, bragging about creative liberties. At 30, deleting emails that would have cleared Robert Silva. Wait, no, that was the original, but here it's Coach Riley, same flavor of ruin. I have to tap the step itself, up for true, down for false, and every down sends a tremor through the staircase. A lie on the third to last step and the glass shatters beneath me. But instead of falling, I'm caught by my own reflections reaching out from the undersides, fingers like icicles. They hold me suspended over the void, whispering in my voice. One lie left, Jax. Choose wisely. I scramble the rest of the way up, lungs burning. The staircase deposits me into what should be the attic control booth. Except it's a cathedral of mirrors, vaulted ceiling dripping with chandeliers made of razor-thin panes. The caretaker, Mr. Vale, stands in the center, but he's wrong. Too tall, joints bending backward, face flickering between his and mine. Almost done, he says, but the voice comes from every reflection at once. Truth sets you free, or keeps you pretty. He gestures, and the mirrors pivot on hidden tracks, forming a perfect circle around me. No exit. The final setup, a single pedestal mirror, waist-high, surface black as oil. My reflection in it is smiling with too many teeth. The question doesn't appear in frost this time. It's spoken, a chorus of every voice I've ever heard. Are you sorry? Simple. Devastating. I think of the coach's daughter who spat in my coffee at the reunion. The frat kid's mom who sends me Christmas cards with razor blades tucked in the envelope. My dad's empty chair at Thanksgiving. My finger hovers. The mirrors lean in, edges sharpening. I could tap down. False. I'm not sorry. I'm a journalist. Collateral damage is the job. The chandelier panes start to fall, slow-motion guillotines. Or up. True. And maybe lose the last piece of me that still believes the ends justify the means. I tap up. The cathedral implodes. Not outward, inward. Every mirror rushes the center, a black hole of silver and screams. I'm in the middle, arms pinwheeling, as the glass folds around me like origami. It's not cutting, it's absorbing. My skin prickles as shards slide under it, painless, rearranging. I see flashes. Coach Riley coaching again. The frat kid's mom burning the Christmas cards. My dad smiling at a new article with someone else's byline. The pain hits then, not physical but memory deep. Every regret playing on fast forward. I scream, but the sound is swallowed by the crunch of 1,000 reflections becoming one. Then silence. I'm standing in the lobby again, dawn light filtering through the gate. The funhouse looks smaller, almost cute in the morning. My clothes are intact, no blood, no cuts. But when I check my phone, the recorder app shows a single file, midnight, title sorry. I don't remember hitting stop. Mr. Vale is gone, the brass key cold in my pocket. I step outside, and the gate locks itself behind me with a cheerful jingle. In the parking lot, my car's driver's side mirror is cracked in a perfect infinity symbol. My reflection waves goodbye with a smile I've never worn, peaceful, almost proud. I don't wave back. The parking lot asphalt steams under early sun, but the warmth never reaches my skin. I'm still clutching the brass key like it's evidence in a trial I already lost. My reflection in the car window tilts its head when I don't, mouthing words I can't hear over the sudden roar of cicadas that weren't here last night. Real-world fact, cicadas only emerge after 17 years underground. Starlight Pier closed 21 years ago. Someone's math is off. Internet rumor insists the funhouse sound system still plays subliminal apologies at 3 a.m. Locals set alarms just to cry in their sleep. I slide into the driver's seat, hands shaking so hard the key scratches the ignition. The radio flickers on by itself, static shaped like my heartbeat, then settles on an oldie station playing Reflections by the Supremes, but every lyric is my name. I peel out of the lot, gravel spitting like accusations. The rearview mirror shows the funhouse shrinking in the distance, except it doesn't. It stays the same size, a postage stamp of red and white stripes glued to the glass, no matter how fast I drive. At the first red light, the mirror fogs. A finger, mine, but the nail is chewed down to blood, writes from the inside. Keep going. The light turns green. I floor it. The message smears into a bloody streak that drips upward, defying gravity. My phone buzzes in the cup holder. No signal bars, yet a text from an unknown number. You left something behind. Attachment: a photo of my sneakers, laces tied together, dangling from the cathedral chandelier. I never took them off. The city blurs past. Boardwalk cotton candy stands shuttered for winter, gulls circling like vultures in seersucker. I aim for the newsroom, muscle memory stronger than panic. Experts still argue whether mirror mazes induce microhallucinations via stroboscopic light patterns. I'm voting yes, because the stoplights are reflecting my face now. Every one a different lie I told. Red, the coach. Yellow, the stock tip. Green, Dad. I run the green. Somewhere behind me, a siren dopplers into laughter. The newsroom parking garage is half empty, concrete echoing my footsteps like a bad reverb pedal. I badge in. The door clicks open with the soft sigh of someone who's been waiting. Inside, the bullpen smells like burnt coffee and toner. My desk is exactly as I left it. Post-its curled like dead leaves, a framed award cracked down the middle. Except the crack wasn't there yesterday. My computer wakes itself, cursor blinking in an empty Word doc titled Confession. The funhouse Wi-Fi must be stronger than God. I sit, fingers hovering. The screen reflects my face, but the eyes are black, pupils blown wide. The reflection types without me. Start with the coach. I do. Words spill out. How I planted the betting slips in Riley's locker, how the photo was photoshopped on a library computer, how I cried in the bathroom after the headline ran because I knew. The confession flows like it's been rehearsing in my bloodstream for 15 years. When I hit save, the file duplicates itself into every shared drive, every cloud backup, every journalist's inbox in the tri-state area. The reflection smiles, teeth too white. Good boy. Then the monitor cracks, hairline fracture from corner to corner, oozing silver like the mirrors did. I jerk back. The chair rolls into something soft. My editor, Denise, stands behind me, but her eyes are glass, literal glass, reflecting the newsroom upside down. Jax, she says, voice layered with 1,000 funhouse echoes. You're trending. I bolt. Elevator banks this time. Real ones, steel doors, no carnival gimmicks. I jab the down button. The doors slide open with a ding that sounds like the game starting over. Inside, the walls are mirrored. Of course they are. The panel has only 2 buttons, up and down. No floor numbers. I hesitate. The doors start to close. I slap up. The elevator lurches, but the floor indicator stays blank. A soft chime. The walls fog. Question in frost. Did you come back to confess or to hide? I tap up. True, I think, I hope. The elevator ascends, but the mirror shows it descending into a shaft lined with my old bylines, each headline screaming in red. Another chime. Did you ever love anyone more than the story? My mom's face flashes, her stroke after the Silva piece. How I missed the funeral for a follow-up interview. Tap down. False. And the lie tastes like rust. The elevator shudders, cables groaning. The mirror cracks, shards float upward, embedding in the ceiling like stalactites. Floor 20. Doors open onto the rooftop helipad, wind whipping salt and regret. The city sprawls below, tiny cars crawling like ants with deadlines. My phone buzzes again, another text, this time a video. I play it. It's me, last night, in the Cathedral of Mirrors, screaming as the glass folded inward. But the angle is wrong. Filmed from inside the mirror, my face pressed against the silver from the other side. The video ends with present me stepping into frame on the rooftop, phone in hand, watching myself watch myself. Loop complete. I drop the phone, it doesn't fall. It hovers, screen facing me, reflecting the helipad, the skyline, and something climbing out of the elevator shaft behind me. Tall, jointed wrong, wearing my face like a mask 2 sizes too big. I run. The rooftop is bigger than it should be, a mirror maze without walls, reflections stepping out of thin air. Each one is a version of me at the moment I lied. College Jax smirking with the dean's emails, ambitious Jax deleting the frat texts, broken Jax toasting my own downfall at the bar. They circle, murmuring in unison, one lie left. The real me, whatever real, means now, backs toward the edge. 40 stories down, the pavement reflects the sky like a mirror. I could jump. End the game. But the reflections shake their heads. That's not how it works. The tallest one, the one with glass eyes, holds up the brass key. Trade, it says in Denise's voice. Your last lie for sunrise. I know what it wants. The one story I never told. The one that would have redeemed everything or destroyed me completely. The senator's aide who offered me a briefcase of cash to kill the bribery follow-up. I took the money, buried the evidence, bought my mom's nursing home bed with blood money. I open my mouth to confess. Wind rips the words away. The reflections lean in. I shake my head. Not here. Not like this. I lunge for the key. The tall one lets me take it, fingers brushing mine, cold, then burning. The key melts into my palm, branding the infinity symbol into my skin. The rooftop tilts. I'm falling, but not down, sideways, into the pavement mirror, through the reflection of the sky, into a space where gravity is optional. I land in the funhouse lobby again, but it's wrong. The ticket booth is staffed by a younger Mr. Vale, jacket crisp, smile genuine. Back so soon, he asks. The gate is open to daylight, but the shadows stretch midnight long. My palm throbs. The brand glows faint blue. The mirrors along the entrance hall are cracked, but the cracks form words. Tell it right this time. I understand. The game isn't in the funhouse. It's in me. I walk out into the sunlight, key brand pulsing like a second heart. Somewhere, a carousel starts playing forward. The sunlight outside the gate is too bright, the kind that makes you squint and question reality. My eyes burn, but the burn feels earned, like I've been staring into eclipse glass for hours. The brass brand in my palm has cooled to a dull throb, the infinity symbol etched so deep I can feel it with my tongue when I press my hand to my mouth. Real-world fact. Scar tissue forms within minutes of a thermal injury. This one's already raised, silvery, permanent. Internet Ghost Thread says the starlight pier fire of '84 started in the mirror maze when a bulb exploded and the flames refused to spread beyond the glass. Firefighters found the mirrors warm but intact, the rest of the pier ash. I'm starting to believe the mirrors are the only honest thing left. I walk. Not to my car. The Honda's gone, replaced by a carnival ticket booth on wheels, the kind that sells dreams for $2. The attendant is me, age 12, gap-toothed and sunburned, holding a fistful of ride-all-day bracelets. One for the House of Mirrors? Kid me asks. I shake my head. The booth folds into itself like a pop-up book, vanishing with a puff of kettle corn smoke. The boardwalk stretches ahead, but it's wrong. Shops boarded up, seagulls replaced by origami cranes made of newsprint, each one carrying a headline I wrote. They circle my head, wings whispering liar, liar, liar. I swat them away. The paper cuts my knuckles, ink bleeding into the brand. My phone is back in my pocket, screen repaired, battery full. A single notification, voicemail from Mom. I know she's been gone 6 years, but I play it anyway. Her voice, thin from the stroke. Jax, the nursing home called. They found the check you sent, and signed. Said it smelled like salt water. The message ends with carousel music. I delete it, but the voicemail icon stays, now at January 1st. The cranes land on the railing, folding themselves into paper boats that sail away on air that isn't moving. I need witnesses. Proof. I head for the one place that never closes. The 24-hour diner on Ocean Avenue. Neon sign flickering, eat. Inside, the smell of bacon and regret. The waitress is Mara Klein, the girl from the '98 disappearance. Older now, apron crisp, name tag reading manager. She pours coffee without asking. Black, 2 sugars, splash of guilt, she says. Her eyes are normal, not glass, but when she turns, her reflection in the chrome napkin dispenser is still 17, sneakers dangling from the ceiling. You left these, she says, sliding my laces across the counter. They're knotted into an infinity symbol. I don't remember taking them off. The TV above the counter plays the local news on loop. My confession file, now viral, ticker scrolling, disgraced reporter admits decades of fraud. The anchor is Denise, but her mouth is a mirror, reflecting my face mid-scream. Experts still argue whether mass confession videos are deep fakes or digital penance. The comments section is a war zone of forgiveness and pitchforks. Mara refills my cup. You gonna finish the game, Jax? I ask how she knows my name. She taps her name tag. It now reads J. Harlow. We all play eventually. The diner door chimes. Coach Riley walks in, Letterman jacket faded but clean, whistle around his neck. He looks 60 but moves like 40. Harlow, he says, voice gravel and grace. Heard you finally told the truth. He sits across from me, orders pie. My daughter's teaching now. Says hi. I try to apologize, the words stick. He waves it off. Kids need villains to learn from. You were mine. The pie arrives, apple, but the filling is mirror shards that don't cut his tongue. He eats in silence. When he leaves, he drops a betting slip on the table. The one I planted, now blank. Mara clears the plate. Last lies the hardest. It's not about them. It's about you. She hands me a takeout box. Inside, my dad's old press badge, the one he wore to my first award ceremony. The photo is me at 22, smiling like the world was a story I could rewrite. The badge is warm. I pin it to my shirt. The brand in my palm flares, sinking heartbeats. Outside, the boardwalk has become the mirror maze again, but open air. Every storefront is a pane of glass showing a different confession. Passers-by, ghosts of sources, victims, readers, watch without blinking. I walk the gauntlet. The senator's aide offers the briefcase again. I open it, empty except for a mirror showing my mom in her nursing home bed, smiling. I close it. The frat kid's mom burns the Christmas card. The flames spell forgiven. Each step, the brand pulses, guiding me toward the pier's end, where the funhouse should be but isn't. Instead, there's a single mirror on a pedestal, waist-high, surface black as the void between reflections. The final question doesn't appear. It's carved into the air, visible only when I breathe. Do you forgive yourself? The brand burns white-hot. I could tap up, true, and maybe the maze lets me keep the lie that I'm redeemable. Or down, false, and admit I'm the monster I created. The ghosts gather, silent. Mara, Coach Riley, my dad materializing beside me, hand on my shoulder. Your story, son. The mirror shows nothing now, Just me, present, scarred, waiting. I tap down. The mirror shatters outward this time, shards flying into the sky like reverse rain. Each piece carries a memory. The coach's daughter's first championship, the frat kid's mom planting roses, my dad clipping a new article about a kid who learned ethics from my fall. The shards embed in the clouds, forming a constellation shaped like an infinity symbol. The brand in my palm fades to a faint scar, painless. The ghosts nod and dissolve into salt wind. The pier is just a pier again. Dawn fully here. Gulls reel. Diner neon off. My car's back. Driver's side mirror repaired. I drive home. No rear-view tricks. No paper cranes. The radio plays static that resolves into my own voice. Calm. This is Jax Harlow, signing off. Truth isn't the absence of lies. It's the courage to carry them. The apartment door clicks shut behind me with the soft finality of a coffin lid. Home smells like old takeout and the lavender candle I never light. My keys hit the bowl. Clink, and the sound echoes wrong, like the bowl is deeper than it should be. I flick the light switch. Nothing. Power's out, but the digital clock on the microwave glows 3:33 a.m. even though the sun was up 10 minutes ago. Real-world fact. Circadian disruption can trick the pineal gland into dumping melatonin at noon. I'm wide awake and dreaming at the same time. Creepy internet tidbit. Tenants in this building swear the mirrors fog at 3:33 exactly, spelling apologies in languages they never learned. I head for the bathroom. Need water. Need to see my own face. Need proof I'm still solid. The mirror above the sink is already fogged. My breath hasn't touched it. Letters form, slow as frost on a window pane. Welcome home, truth seeker. The brand scar in my palm itches, a phantom burn. I wipe the glass with my sleeve. The reflection doesn't move with me. It stands there, shirt untucked the way I never wear it, hair parted on the wrong side, smiling like it just won the lottery. Hey, Jax, it says, voice muffled through the silver. Miss me? I backpedal into the towel rack. The reflection steps forward, out, bare feet silent on the tile. It's me, but the eyes are glass, pupils reflecting the bathroom upside down. We have to talk about the last lie. I bolt for the bedroom. The hallway stretches, wallpaper peeling into funhouse stripes. My phone buzzes in my pocket. Unknown number, live video call. I answer. The screen shows my bedroom from the ceiling angle, but I'm still in the hallway. On the bed sits every version of me that died in the maze. The college kid with the forged emails, the ambitious stringer with blood on his byline, the broken man at the bar. They wave in unison. Join us, they chorus. The brand flares white hot. I drop the phone. It lands face up, camera still rolling, now showing me standing over myself. The bedroom door is ajar. I push it open. The room is the cathedral again. Vaulted mirrors, chandelier of razor panes, but smaller, domestic. My desk lamp is the only light, casting long shadows that crawl like spiders. The reflections from the diner, the pier, the rooftop, they're all here, pressed against the inside of the glass, noses flattened, breath fogging in perfect sync. Coach Riley mouths thank you. Mara Klein holds up her name tag, now blank. My dad lifts the press badge, pins it to the air where it floats. They're not angry. They're waiting. The glass-eyed me steps beside the real me. The lie you told yourself. It whispers, breath smelling like kettle corn and ozone, that the truth would fix you. It gestures to the full-length mirror on the closet door. The surface ripples like water. Inside, I see the moment I decided to plant the bedding slips. 19, shaking, telling myself it was for the greater good. The image zooms in on my eyes. Not ruthless, just scared. The reflection reaches out, palm up. The infinity scar glows. Trade, it says. The lie for the morning. I understand. The game never wanted the stories. It wanted the part of me that needed them to matter. I press my scarred palm to the glass. It's warm, pulsing. The reflection presses back. For a second, we're palm to palm through the silver, two halves of the same heartbeat. Then it pulls. Not pain, release. Something uncoils from my chest, a cold knot I've carried since sophomore year. It slithers through the scar, into the mirror, leaving me lighter, hollowed out like a jack-o'-lantern after Halloween. The cathedral shrinks. The chandelier panes fall upward, embedding in the ceiling like stars. The ghosts step back, fading into the silver. Coach Riley salutes. Mara blows a kiss. Dad's proud smile is the last to go. The glass-eyed me nods once, almost kindly, then steps backward into the mirror. The surface smooths over, showing only me. Real me. Eyes normal, shirt tucked the way I like it, scar just a scar. The bedroom snaps back. Afternoon light through the blinds. Real blinds, real dust motes. The clock reads 3:34 p.m. Powers on. My phone lies on the floor, screen cracked in a perfect infinity symbol, but the video file is gone. I pick it up. The lock screen is a photo I don't remember taking. Appear at dawn, mirror shards in the sky spelling free. I laugh, actually laugh, and it doesn't echo wrong. I open my laptop. The confession doc is still there, but the viral counters are 0. No shares, no comments. Just a single sticky note on the desktop. Your story now. I start typing. Not an expose, not a takedown. A profile of Coach Riley's first championship team. The daughter who teaches ethics to student journalists. The way redemption smells like salt air and second chances. The words flow clean, no spin, no angle. Just truth, finally weightless. Hours pass. The scar stops itching. I order pizza, extra cheese, no guilt. When the delivery guy knocks, I open the door without checking the peephole. He's just a kid, acne and braces, holding the box like a peace offering. Heard you had a rough night, he says. I tip him 20. He grins. Keep writing, man. Some of us still read. Night falls soft, city lights flickering on like forgiveness. I stand at the window. My reflection waves first this time. Tired, human, alive. I wave back. The glass stays clear. The city hums below, a gentle lullaby of sirens and surf. I leave the blinds open. No more hiding from what looks back. The scar is just a scar, the mirror just glass, and tomorrow's headline is mine to write. Honest, small, true. Sleep comes easy for the first time in years. The last thing I hear is the soft tick of the microwave clock resetting itself to sunrise. The room quiets, the way a carnival does when the last ride shuts down and the midway lights dim to embers. My voice softens, the words stretching like taffy pulled slow under moonlight. You've stayed with me through every reflection, every crack in the glass, every truth that cut deeper than shards. Jax is breathing steady now, scar cooled to a whisper, the maze folded into memory the way dreams fold into dawn. The pier will stand tomorrow, mirrors polished or broken. Doesn't matter. Some stories end when you stop lying to the dark. Let the salt wind carry the last echo away. Let the gulls take the headlines. You're safe here, listener, tucked under whatever blanket you chose, the fan still humming its gentle white noise lullaby. Close your eyes. The only reflection left is the one that knows your name and chooses kindness anyway. Good night. Sleep tight, if you can. End of script. Sleep tight, if you can.